The Normandy invasion, commonly known as D-Day, took place on June 6, 1944, and was a pivotal moment in World War II. It was the largest amphibious assault in history and marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. The invasion involved soldiers from the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and other allied nations landing on the beaches of Normandy, France. Here's the story of D-Day from the perspective of the soldiers who experienced it. In the months leading up to D-Day, Allied soldiers underwent intense training and preparation. Many of them were young, some barely out of their teens, and had never seen combat before. They trained in the British countryside, practicing amphibious landings and learning to use new equipment. The tension and anticipation were palpable, as the soldiers knew they were about to participate in an operation that could change the course of the war. Private John Steele of the 82nd Airborne Division recalled the atmosphere before the invasion. "We knew something big was coming, but the details were kept secret until the last minute. The night before the invasion, we were briefed on the mission. The weight of it all hit us. We were going to be the tip of the spear in liberating Europe. There was fear, yes, but also a sense of duty." On the night of June 5th, hours before the amphibious landings, thousands of paratroopers were dropped behind enemy lines to secure key bridges, roads, and villages. These airborne troops faced intense anti-aircraft fire and were scattered across the Normandy countryside, far from their intended drop zones. Sergeant Dick Winters of the 101st Airborne Division later described the chaos. "The sky was filled with flak, and our plane was shaking from the explosions. When the green light came on, we jumped. The darkness was disorienting, and many of us landed miles from our targets. We regrouped as best we could, knowing that we had to disrupt German defenses before the main assault." Omaha Beach was one of the 5 designated landing zones, and it proved to be the bloodiest. As the landing craft approached the beach, the soldiers could hear the roar of artillery and machine gun fire. The German defenses were stronger than anticipated, with well-placed bunkers and obstacles turning the beach into a killing zone. Private James L. Jim Martin, who landed on Omaha Beach, recounted the horror. "The ramp dropped, and all hell broke loose. Bullets were ricocheting off the metal, and men were being cut down before they could even leave the boat. We had to wade through waist-deep water, under heavy fire, with no cover. The only thing you could do was keep moving forward or get shot down." The beach was littered with the dead and wounded, and the rising tide threatened to drown those who couldn't move. Despite the chaos and heavy casualties, the surviving soldiers fought their way up the beach, using whatever cover they could find. Small groups of men managed to reach the bluffs and began taking out the German positions, turning the tide of the battle. The soldiers who landed on other beaches, Utah, Gold, Juneau, and Sword, faced similar challenges, though Omaha was the most brutal. Despite the fierce German resistance, the sheer determination and bravery of the Allied soldiers won the day. By the end of June 6th, over 156,000 troops had landed in Normandy,